Hi guys, it's Intuitive 144. I am a psychic medium along with being a physical medium, okay? $20 for a picture reading, $50 for a 30-minute reading, and 100 for an hour. Let's get straight into the reading for Kendrick Johnson, okay? So for anyone that's new to my channel, I am a physical medium. I have to stare at you or stare at a picture of someone. I have to, hear you cough. I have to hear the energy in your sneeze. It's very weird. This is how I operate. But I'm going to try to connect with Kendrick Johnson. I know 2 weeks ago I tried to connect with him and Spirit said that I was too sensitive for the information that I would have received. But let's see if they will let me tap into his energy. So immediately the only thing I know about him is that he was a student and he died. I believe he was murdered, but he passed away in the high school, in a high school. Now, I don't know anything more, anything less to the story, okay? So immediately I'm picking up on some slight autism. There's nothing wrong with being autistic, but his autism is going to play major significance in what I'm already picking up on and what I'm about to tell you. So there are some people that are on the spectrum that cannot, pick up on social cues. So let's say like I had this one girl in my school where she couldn't really tell when you didn't feel like being bothered. She couldn't really pick up on I don't, what is it, behavior. Why do I look so blurry? She couldn't really pick up on certain behaviors. Like she couldn't tell if you were annoyed with her or sad. Like she would just come up to you and talk to you even if you're crying. Like she just couldn't register. Now I'm not saying that this was him, but I'm saying that there was some slight disconnect with other people's emotions. So it could have been something, because they're just going straight to it. They're showing me he's like in gym class or something with he's in a class. It's really gym class they're showing me, or something with he's in a classroom and it's like a group of white males, and they have emphasis on dominant males, okay? Emphasis on dominant, but these males have, or at that time, had issues with their masculinity. Not saying they were gay, but it's something with, they just were like bitches, honestly, like sensitive. Not saying just like ill, like just ill sensitive is what I'm getting, okay? Because they're showing me they could have cracked a joke on his sneaker. They're showing me the white males made a joke about, let's say for example, his sneakers. It kind of, because they're showing me day 1, day 2, day 46, day 38, day 88. It's something with, they were always saying something to him. And I don't want to say one day he got tired of it, but one day he cracked a joke back on one of the guys, and the entire class laughed, and that disturbed one of the white male's egos, okay? Disturbed, like it did not sit right with him. Like he was mad, extremely mad. And it just feels like Kendrick paid it no mind. Like I don't really feel like he picked up on the fact that this individual was mad. Like, how some people, have discernment. It doesn't feel like he had, how like, you get into a little argument with somebody, and you say something that was about to cut deep, and it cuts deep, and you could tell like they getting mad, like they getting riled up. It doesn't feel like he picked up on it doesn't feel like he picked up on what he said and how it made that person feel, okay? So he could have been on the spectrum. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but it matters in terms of, it helps us understand certain things, because it feels like he was defenseless throughout this entire situation. Now, this is when this is when, and once again, it's nothing wrong with being autistic, but this is why earlier I was saying pay attention to me mentioning his autism. Pay attention. This is when his autism, him being on the spectrum, comes into play. Okay, once again, earlier I was saying it just feels like he could be someone that doesn't really pick up on social cues, like he's not quick on his toes. And why do you really have to be as a kid, right? But you know, him being on the spectrum played a lot into it, because they're showing me, you know, him saying, or the guys. Okay, so before I get to that, they're showing me a vision of 5 white males, four. Okay, so 5, but one walks away. So, and I just heard doing too much. So one of these males could have said, okay, you're doing too much. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. Okay. Now they're saying jock. Okay, so they could have been into other sports. They could have been into a sport, I don't know, or they could have just been the jock asshole, right? They were always picking on Kendrick, always picking on Kendrick. I would not be surprised if Kendrick came to his mother and said, or parents, and said, I'm being bullied. Or I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't say anything, because it just feels like it was like water off a duck's back to him, but not to them. Okay. Now, just looking at him, I need to look at him again. Such a sweetheart, such a sweetheart. They're showing me, like, after the comment, after Kendrick cracked the joke on one of these males, he like moved on with the rest of his day. Like, he's not even thinking about it. But it just feels like something with 5 days, no more than 5 weeks. Something with, like, this was as soon as possible, Spirit said. Something with 5 days they were planning. I don't feel like one of them had, oh, this is just disgusting. One of them had a plan to kill him, but the rest were just like, man, let's just beat him up. Let's just like kind of torture him. But it was a situation where it got too far, okay, and they couldn't go back. Now, there is 5 white males they're showing me, 5 silhouettes. One decides to walk away. Okay, this person is still liable because you knew the fucking plan, okay? But I'm feeling like after this plan, there was no association with one of the white males, so maybe one of the white males could have cut the rest of the friends off. Like, I don't know. That's just what they're allowing me to see. Now they're showing me a vision of one of the white males saying, hey Kendrick, you wanna like, you know, you wanna like play a game, or like you wanna do something in the auditorium or just something. And he's like, yeah, sure. Not paying it any mind, because he cannot pick up on, oh, I just pissed him off, or I pissed his friend off 2 days ago. Nah, they trying to set me up. It's just something where he's not on his toes, okay? Not blaming him. If he was autistic, then that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Anyway, so now they're bringing me to, you know, Kendrick saying, yeah, sure. Like, Kendrick really seemed like a sweetheart. So it's like, now it feels like if one of the, yo, this is crazy. It feels like one of the males, let's say for example, one of the white males is like, okay, you know, let's, you know, play in the auditorium. Kendrick's like, yeah, sure. Little does he know, the other 3 white males are hiding behind the seats, which just lets me know that there is a setup. They're about to set him up, okay? And it's something with, they're all surrounding him. Like, Kendrick wasn't in an area where his back was facing the wall. It's something with, they were all surrounding him like hyenas, and they're just pressing him. Why the F would you say that? You made the class laugh, blah blah blah. Just making fun of him. They could have pulled on one of his locks, because they're showing me like someone pulling his locks. Just this makes me really, I'm trying not to cry. I'm always crying. I'm about to cry. So, they showed me a vision of them beating him up. Okay. Really bad. And it kind of, the face that they brought up Emmett Till and how Emmett Till's face looked. Very unfortunate. So this little boy was murdered because of someone's fragile ass, weak ass ego. Now we're gonna skip over that part. He was beat up. Now there's one of these four white males, someone's father, whoever this higher masculine father energy, it could be a father, an uncle, someone is a judge, okay, or something with, what is that, United Nations? What is that spirit you're giving me? United Nations, whoever, or free, this is what they're giving me, judge, Freemason, United Nations, or deputy, what are you saying, sheriffs, whoever this male is, whoever this male's father is, one of the teenagers males, one of the teenagers' fathers, whoever they are of high power to where they can pay you off, or they can pay people to make this death look like something other than what it is, okay? And it's just messed up. I read for Kanika Jenkins, and they told me trial, her case will be reopened. But for Kendrick, I'm not getting anything for his case, and it's really unfortunate because it's just like, oh man, sometimes I can't with this fucking world we live in. So now someone's mother has to live the rest of her life without her son because of someone's fucking fragile ass ego. Well, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank y'all so much for the support. Sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I really just don't know. $20 for a picture reading, $50 for a 30-minute reading, and $100 for an hour. Bye.